All right, so you were setting up CML and you got this error where VMware Workstation unrecoverable error CPU-0, and like it gives you some more error. And basically what this means is that you have virtualization based security on, which CML does not like. So to get CML properly working, you will need to disable virtualization based security and disable Hyper-V. So like as we can see here, I tried to start up a lab, and because I have that setting enabled, it gave me this error. So to check if you have this virtualization based security working, you want to go to system information. You could just search it up here, system info, and it should just pop up like a little screen like this. And if you scroll down, then right here you can see virtualization based security, and it's running. So we don't want this to run. And we also see this running. A hypervisor has been detected. These are two things that we do not want running for CML to work. So in this video, I'll show you how to disable those. So what we're going to end up doing is, if you have an older computer, so I have an i9 13th gen on this computer, so it's very simple to disable. So what you're going to do is go to Windows Security right over here and click on that, and it should bring you to a screen like this. And what you want to do is go to Device Security right over here, and it should be the first thing up here called Core Isolation. You might have to search a little bit for it if you have a newer computer or a newer laptop, but it still should be under Core Isolation or Memory Isolation. So go ahead and click on Core Isolation Details, and as you see, these two are enabled. Now this is what's causing our problem. We need to disable both of these, and if you're doing it on just like an older computer like how I am, I mean, it's not really that old. i9 13th gen is only like, I think 3 years old or something now. I'm recording this in 2026 on April. But what we want to do now is really just turn these off. Boom. It'll make you do a little prompt like to disable it, and should just disable just like that, and you should be all good to go. You do need to do a restart, like it says over here. Restart your computer, boot back into VMware, and it should just start working. But if that doesn't work and you don't see a little slider here, then we also have this. So this is a script that runs on your computer. I know Microsoft made it more complicated than it needed to be, but basically this is going to be linked in the description. It's a zip file. It's directly from Microsoft. There's nothing malicious in it. Go ahead and download it, and it should be here. Should be zipped just like this. Go ahead and click on it, and then click on Extract All, Extract, and you should see like a little folder like this. You go back in here, and you can see all the files that are part of this. You can look through it. It's not malicious, but we'll be running this tool to disable this setting if it didn't work just with the slider. Just to prove that it works, I'm going to re-enable these. The script works on either version. We're going to go ahead and open up PowerShell now, and right-click and be sure to run as administrator. Click on Yes, and it should open up the new PowerShell. So from here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sure that you are allowed to execute files on your device, execute scripts more specifically. So this will also be in the description. I'll go ahead and copy this command, Set-ExecutionPolicy, and go back into PowerShell and just paste it in there. You should see this execution policy change, and then you can read about this, but we're just going to click on Yes. and it should just bring you back to that. Now what you're going to want to do is we need to get to the directory where this file is stored. So go ahead and click back into it, and go ahead and click on this bar up here on Windows 11, and in File Explorer, and copy it. So Control C, and go back to PowerShell, do CD Control V. Now we should be in this directory, and this is exactly where we want to be. Now from here, you're going to go ahead and just copy this command and just put it right in there. Boom, boom. You're going to ask, do you want to run it from an untrusted publisher? It may or may not ask you, but if it does ask you this, just go ahead and do run one, so capital R, then it'll run. You'll get an error. That's fine. You don't need to worry about that. But as of right now, after the next reboot, we should see that that Virtualization Based Security is disabled, and that CML should just start working after that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a restart, and I'll get right back to you once I'm done restarting my computer. Alright, so really quick, I forgot to mention, when you're going through the restart section, it will ask you to press Windows key to disable a credential guard, and then you just press Windows key and then hit another key to continue, and then it'll ask you to disable Virtualization Based Security. Go ahead and press the Windows key and then enter again, and then it should just restart your computer. Now that you restarted your computer and you went through all the steps, pressing the Windows key, you should go back to system information. Just go ahead and type it in, and now you'll see Virtualization Based Security is disabled, and also the line down here that mentioned the Hyper-V was detected, or a hypervisor was detected, like how it is in this image, should also be disabled. But if you still see this at the bottom of your screen, like down here, then you can run one more command in PowerShell. This one is very straightforward. Go ahead and run as administrator in PowerShell again. Click on yes. And we're just going to go ahead and run this command. So disable Hyper-V or hypervisorlaunchtype. And just go ahead and copy and paste that. Again, this will be in the description, so go ahead and look for it there. Run it. Operation completed successfully. And now you should see down here, you might need to restart your computer again, but it should be gone here. So now, if we go back to VMware, and we launch it up as normal, and then if we go and test CML, and we go ahead and boot up a lab now. So this is just a simple one. I don't want to boot up one of these because it's just going to take too long. As we see, CML has not thrown an error yet. You should see that like your CPU usage is spiking, your memory usage is spiking, and that you see this little green circle here, and that it's trying to boot right now. So that's essentially what it's doing. And then once it's done booting, it'll have a little green check mark, and you should be all good to do your CML lab. Okay, and there we go. If we look in the console, we should see that the configuration is starting, and that this little router is working, and we got no errors in CML. You should be all good to do your lab now. So hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments, or come visit the LAN lab Monday through Fridays from 12 to 6 p.m. if you're a DePaul student. And yeah, hope this helped, and I'll see you guys in another episode. Bye-bye.